boycotting the NFL. Y'all can come out now. Y'all can start letting us know that y'all really watching the games because we know y'all ass wasn't really boycotting shit.
I ain't gonna lie. I've seen one game this season. That's the one you and I went to. And that's in September.
I think after my team traumatized your team so badly, you probably just didn't want to watch any more football.
Ooh, that was.
I mean,
I can't even say.
I can't look with the season we just had. Can I take a little bit of happiness and a little bit of happiness we had?
Go ahead.
I mean,
Ooh,
how
not
you
express of my team though.
I mean, how you got 2 quarterbacks with 2 broken legs? How the fuck that happened in one season? But anyway, whole nother conversation for another day.
What are we talking about?
So
now?
Colin Kaepernick and Eric, what's the boy's name?
I don't know.
Holder. That's not Eric Holder. Nope, not him.
I'm like, wait a minute. Nah.
Like that
he played football now.
Right.
Oh.
They settled their lawsuit with the NFL. Now, a couple of things I want to say. First and foremost, for all those people that was mad at the Redskins or any other team that didn't pick up Kaepernick, like, they need a quarterback. Why won't they pick up Kaepernick? Because he was in the process of litigation with the NFL. They couldn't hire him. Nor could he go play for a team. That would have totally screwed up everybody's lawsuit. Okay? So let's stop that conversation. Secondly, whenever there's a settlement, what that says to me is the NFL did not want discovery. Because once those emails and people had to start testifying about phone calls started coming out.
When stuff becomes public record.
When that stuff, then that whole collusion piece. Now, we know that there's a non-disclosure agreement, but the rumor is that it was anywhere from a $30 to $70 million settlement. That means I'm guilty. $30 million?
And he ain't played in 2 years?
$30 million? And that's the rumor. It may not be that much, but still. Who won, who lost?
I'm going to say Kaepernick won. Because it wasn't like he was hanging out front of stadiums begging for a chance. He was over in Africa building schools, living his best life.
I mean, not only that, but
that
that deal he had from Nike was like $100 and something million deal. Like he was making more money not playing.
And that's why I wasn't worried about him.
There were a lot of celebrities at the Super Bowl. Yep.
Oh yeah. Nobody. That's what I'm saying. Like this whole we gonna boycott Kaepernick, whatever. Y'all wasn't. I told y'all from the beginning I wasn't boycotting the NFL.
Jim Marie is listening while driving.
I know, girl. Be safe, but thank you for listening, boo.
Toot toot. Me. Oh.
Toot toot. Yeah. Beep beep.
You try to bring another song in that because that was not what Meg was saying.
Anyway,
we're gonna keep it moving.
Shut up. But yeah, so I just feel like
another protest.
I just feel like, again, I said to y'all from the beginning, you can go back to listen to the old episodes from the very beginning of this boycott. My thing was, give me an end goal. If you say to me, we're going to boycott the NFL until... Because my thing is, you can't never...
What are we looking for?
Right, because you can't make somebody hire somebody. Mm-hmm. When you say, was there collusion? There's always collusion in professional sports. I said this before, look at when Terrell Owens became a cancer in the locker room. Nobody wanted him. And the word was out, don't pick this dude up. Like, owners talk and it happens. Now, for the reason why there was collusion against Kaepernick, it was messed up. It was absolutely messed up. And I don't have no problem with people who were boycotting. All I'm saying is, we're real convenient about what we do and what we don't do. And what is it that you wanted? So was this enough for the people who were boycotting to say, hey, all right, we're over it, we're good now?
We should have started with this boycott.
What boycott?
We should have started with the NFL boycott.
And then went to the Gucci boycott.
Because this is a better boycott.
It is
what? It was like a more of a,
So you said you didn't watch the game, so was it conscious like you were boycotting or you just didn't have any interest? Because the ratings are down, and that was the lowest rated Super Bowl in like 30 years or something like that.
It should have been.
That Super Bowl. First of all, I was mad because New Orleans got robbed, so I didn't give a fuck about the Super Bowl after that, okay? Because New Orleans should have been playing. Then after the first quarter, I was like, oh, hell nah. I can't watch this. See, it was horrible.
I didn't see any, I think I caught... I wasn't home. What was I at?
I went to a Super Bowl party, so it was on,
playing?
Huh?
How you start playing, not playing?
Girly?
Yeah.
And then they were telling a lady that he wasn't hurt. Well, then somebody owes somebody an explanation then. Because why, if he wasn't hurt...
See, that's part of the reason why I...
Fucking up my, damn
FanDuel. Right. Messing with FanDuel, son.
And I didn't pick him up for that reason, but I was like, dude...
It started as a boycott for me.
Right.
But, midway through the season, it just became boring. It was... kind of mundane, and honestly, I'm tired of what's his big head ass name?
Patriots.
What's the guy named?
Tom Brady.
Thank you. I got tired of
big head ass.
Yeah,
I'm tired of Tom Brady.
I'm a little over Tom Brady.
I'm tired of the Patriots. I'm tired
definitely
of
tired of the
oh my
Patriots.
gosh, they win again. How much y'all want to believe they're going to go back to the road next year?
No, they're
Simply
not.
so. The refs, the league gonna make it so he can have a 7th ring. Because right now they're tied with the Steelers.
No, he's tied with the Steelers.
Okay, he's tied.
No, maybe the Patriots are tied. No, the Patriots are tied. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I take that back. I take that back.
Yeah,
I take
I
that
thought
back.
that was them.
Yeah.
So right now, they're gonna take
He
him.
ain't play for nobody else.
Yeah, that's why I had to think about it. No, you're
Yeah,
right.
that's
That's
what I
why I had
thought.
to take that back. I had to take that back. Like,
what?
shut up.
That's what I thought. Okay,
I caught myself.
Him and his team are tied with the Steelers, and they want to make what's his big ass name? Tom Brady. They want to make
Him the GOAT.
They want to make him, yes, they want to make him the all-time All-American football player.
Yeah.
And they're going to try to get him to ring
Finally,
7.
a white boy that can be one.
Right. But his right, and my thing is, this is another thing I don't saw kind of
Patriotism won the
won
Super Bowl. That's deep.
But this
That's
is
deep.
this is the thing that I don't like though.
Uh-oh.
You're trying to make Tom Brady your golden boy, and you're trying to give him this squeaky clean image. All the other shit, he doesn't have a squeaky clean image. He's just that face you could put up there right now. And you're willing to do anything. I think they're paying the
He was
refs.
found guilty of cheating, wasn't
Yeah, he was
Wasn't he
suspended for 4
suspended
games.
and all of that?
And he
Okay.
appealed, but then he dropped the appeal. He was just like, fuck it.
Yeah, but we kind of sweep it on the road. Nobody wants to talk about it anymore.
Well, just like the Patriots got caught up for cheating when they got caught for the videotape and all that other
It's
stuff.
a lot of things in the
but then
NFL
when
we
but
don't
then it
talk
was
about at all.
right, but then when it was
Right.
the Saints, it was like, oh
Yeah, now it's on everything. We talk about how people gotta get fired. We talk about how stuff gotta go. But when it comes to Tom Brady, it's like, oh no, let's move. Let's talk only about football. No,
So the Kaepernick win.
Kaepernick won. In my opinion, Kaepernick won simply
won money.
because.
But not only did he win money, but he got the recognition for what he was trying. And like the problem is that the message got skewed, but did he
Right.
win?
In my opinion, I think Kaepernick won for the simple fact of he didn't waver, he didn't bend, he stuck by what he did, and again, he was not there begging for a job. Yes, we were asking as fans,
Right.
football fans or Kaepernick fans, whatever, for Kaepernick to come and play, but for 2 years, he completely and utterly walked away. He left the country and took on a whole... It wasn't like he tried to go somewhere else and play in some lower league or anything like that. He totally went into himself and found something to build his character and build who he was as a person. He went and started helping other people.
He,
Because for
he
him...
basically retired
Yes.
and moved on.
Yes.
Basically what he did. He retired and moved on.
He went on vacation, and then he came back, and now they paying for him for his vacation. And I think, in a sense, he won because he showed them, you going to need me before I need you. And he wasn't there begging. He wasn't there asking. He wasn't there pleading. He it wasn't like he went to, I don't even know what the lower league of the NFL is, but he didn't go to some minor league,
He was playing arena football.
No,
Yeah.
they
Or
offered
the-
him a
or-
contract,
or
but
the
he wanted
Canadian
too much
League.
money or something. But I think he purposely did that because he didn't really want to play.
Yeah, he didn't really want to play. So I commend him. I really commend him because I think he stuck by not just his guns, he stuck by his beliefs, and it worked out for him.
Right. My 2 cents is that he won, and y'all can come on out now. Come on, y'all can come on out. Stop pretending like y'all boycotting. Come on out. Come out wherever you are. All right, we got 2 more topics.
This gonna be good.
Monique versus Steve Harvey versus. Now let me say this.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Can I go ahead and refresh before we even get started?
Oh my
Because I
God.
think it's gonna be a second.
Excuse me for a minute.
Just hand the bottle. Just hand the bottle. So
So
with that being said, y'all.
Go
With
ahead.
that being said, yes, carry it with the reverence that it deserves. That's right.
See.
Got a little gentleman jack today. That was a Christmas gift, so we're gonna take it light. That was a Christmas gift. Oh my gosh. Moving on.
our unofficial sponsor.
Our unofficial sponsor, Jack Daniels. So, first of all, let me say this to you, Monique. Now, if y'all watch this show, listen to the old episodes, y'all know I love me some Whoopi. Give me a little hit. Not as much of a hit as you
Can I
got.
get a little hit too? A little less of what you gonna give her? We gotta talk about Monique.
Give her a
I
little
need
bit of a
to
hit.
hear.
Give her a little bit of a hit.
You want some more?
No,
Just
hit
give
her.
me a little bit more. Just a deep, deep.
What?
There you go.
There you go. All right, now give her a little hit.
Cause I gotta drive.
Because you know she can't handle it. There you go.
I gotta
That's
drive.
enough. All right.
Is that a coffee mug? All right,
That
never
is
mind.
a coffee mug, but we're going to let that go.
Whatever. It's me.
First of all, let me say this to y'all. And anybody who watches this, y'all know how I feel about me some Whoopi Goldberg. That will make my life.
That's your
if
godmother.
I ever have a 5-minute conversation with Whoopi. I'll take a shot of Jack. She can take a hit off her weed, and we can have a good ass conversation. I love me some Whoopi Goldberg. Okay. All right.
You gotta film
Monique,
that.
what you won't do is come for Whoopi.
Uh-oh.
That's what you're not gonna do. She gonna call Whoopi to help, bitch. Bitch. You wish you had the kind of help Whoopi had to give you.
Wait, I think I should be saying really over here. Really?
Really, bitch. Now I'm done. So Monique had an interview with Steve Harvey. And
wait. Can I just throw a little something in there just for the beginning?
Go ahead.
From what I understand of Monique's issue and going back before the Netflix and the whole, I was like, didn't she she won the that thing she won? She won the Oscar, right? And all of that Academy Award and all of that. And I was like, all right. When the argument came out, and Monique was mad, the industry and everything was going on, I was like, oh, for real, she's still acting? Doing something? Like,
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Will was like, Monique what? Monique
I was like, Monique's still around?
But that's why, because she got blackballed. That's why she fell off, though.
I was like,
because she got blackballed.
There was no tour. There was no comedy. I didn't know
because
where Monique
she got
was at.
blackballed.
Okay, but as far as doing a movie?
As far as doing movies.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She's a stand-up comedian, though.
She was still doing comedy clubs. She wasn't doing arenas, but she was doing clubs.
But when? I never saw. I was like, shit, Monique's still around?
Now I'm not. I don't work her calendar now. I couldn't tell you that.
This is way before, and I'm like, all right. Well, I heard random obscure.
So here's the piece. Let me ask y'all this.
Comedians that was on tour.
Here we go. We looked at the interview with Steve Harvey, Lord Whoopi, Steve Harvey, and Monique. Now Monique's point of view on it is, I know, Whoopi. Monique's point of view on it was she stood up for what she felt was right, and she has no regrets, and she don't think she did anything wrong. Steve Harvey's piece on it was, there's a way to do things, and the way you did it put people in a position that they could not help you. And at the end of the day, we are playing a game, and it's a money game. Now, I agree with Steve Harvey about 60%. When he started getting into the money game and how he got to take care of his kids and he going to basically dance for Sambo, that's how I took the rest of his statement. But the first part of that statement is what I've been saying from the beginning, is that the way Monique handled it.
Us on why she got blackballed.
Right. Well. That the way Monique handled it is wrong. I'm sorry. It's a way you handle things. And telling somebody to suck your dick
if you have
probably isn't the best way to handle it. Now, you have a lot to say. I'm going to just go on and pick up my glass
I just want to
get
a little bit in. Okay. I mean, I got more to say. But
I'm going to come back to you next. I'm going to let her, because she's been chomping at the bit. So
before,
go ahead.
Since before we started
I'm just going to lean back and let you talk.
Go ahead, man.
Go on, Mink.
Okay, Monique. First of all, ain't nobody seen or heard you. Right there, I did. But I'm trying to be calm about this. Okay. Because I don't have a dime in this dollar or a dog in this fight. But Monique, really, bitch, ain't nobody seen or heard from you since you're doing a fucking chicken circuit. What's it called? Chicken circuit? Thank you. Yeah. It's a damn chicken circuit. The last thing, and I so happy, I'm telling you how memorable you are, Monique. I was watching Bessie the other day, which came out in 2015.
Oh, that's right. I forgot she was
Thank
Bessie.
She played Ma Rainey and Bessie. That's how fucking memorable you were.
I was like, oh yeah, she was.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think the last movie she did was not last holiday, the holiday movie that came out, not this Christmas, but the Christmas before that, when Danny Glover, Gabrielle Union.
Yeah, Bessie came out after that.
No. Bessie was before that. You said Bessie, 2015.
Bessie came out in 2015.
The movie I'm talking about came out in 2017.
With Danny Glover.
Yeah, that was 2017.
That was 2017. Okay.
Because it wasn't 2018 or
and
2017.
you played the aunt on that. You had a whole, every bit of 35 minutes of screen time in that movie? Come on, Monique. I agree.
Go ahead.
It's an alright movie. It's a cute.
I never saw it.
It's a cute. It's a black holiday movie. To be for real.
Right.
It's like it's up there with This Christmas and stuff like that.
I like how that's a thing in the black minute. For real. Like for real. Like right.
Like them. My issue with Monique is this, and I agree with Steve Harvey. He didn't say almost Christmas. What year that come out?
Thank you.
What year was it?
2016.
So a year late. Okay, so you're right. Okay. So you did 2 movies in 2 years, 3 years ago.
No, she was in Interwoven.
And that was a movie. I think it was.
Was that straight to DVD?
It was like a $40,000 budget, and I think the movie may have made $400,000.
It's free on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, that tell you how great the movie was.
There, it's free on Amazon Prime.
And I don't think she's in that whole movie. My issue with Monique is
she's in a top bill cast though.
And this is
Monique is still a name. The problem is she keeps burning her bridges.
Yes, Monique is a top bill class for a B-list movie. Yes, she is.
But even when she did Almost Christmas, there was a controversy.
Like when he was in that movie with Harrison Ford, when David Schwimmer, that's the dude from Friends. He was in that movie with Harrison Ford. He was like on the B side of of everything. Knowing that, yeah, I remember that because he talked about it on one of the talk shows.
What Steve Harvey was trying not to say is, Monique, you think too fucking highly of yourself. Humble yourself. That's what the fuck you need to do, is humble yourself. And you and that makeshift ass husband that you got.
Makeshift ass husband.
You trying to make him the man. You trying to make him the leader.
Even Steve
you trying to make him
the
damn manager.
He not gangster like that.
Come the fuck on. Because you are ruining your career and you're doing it by way of your husband. You too fucking egotistical and self-centered to even think about that shit. You, Monique, your ass ain't been funny since I Could Have Been Your Cellmate. Let's be fucking for real. The shit that you do, yes, I Could Have Been Your Cellmate. What was that, 2002?
I don't know. That was a minute ago.
Come the fuck on, Monique. The only movie that she's ever starred in, really, was that C-rated ass movie she did with the Big Girls movie. When she's trying to find a date.
Yeah.
When have you ever really been a fucking headliner, Monique? Come on. Like, come the fuck on. Precious. Really think of... She wasn't even a headliner in Precious. It was Gabrielle Sidibe's movie.
Right.
That's the movie that got her in trouble. That's where all of this shit started, with Precious.
Yes.
That's the movie that got her in trouble.
And how many times have artists who have bigger and longer careers than Monique have had to take humbling roles just to keep their craft together, to practice their craft. And that's the part that she's not realizing. You can't sit at home and do fucking movies like...
They were a superstar.
Yes.
Superstar, like movie stars.
Yes.
Everybody knows that have never, ever won an Oscar.
I mean...
had long careers.
Cuba Gooding Jr. did Rat Race after he got the Oscar for Jerry Maguire.
Well, that's what Whoopi said. Whoopi said that after she won The Color Purple, she got criticized over and over again for the roles that she was choosing. She did Burglar. She did, what was that other movie? Jumpin' Jack Flash. Hey, and they were like, why is she making...
Flash was funny.
I liked Burglar. But they were like, why is she making these movies? And what she said was, because that's what I was being offered.
Right.
I wasn't choosing Jumpin' Jack Flash. It chose me. But that's what I was being offered.
And I'm trying to eat.
Even after the Oscar.
But then she was supporting Oscar for Ghost as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. But again, what she was saying though was, after winning the Oscar, that is what she was being offered. So people, so with Monique, you won.
That's a lot to read. Hold on, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
What?
But what I'll say this is my issue with Monique. Monique is one of the people, in my opinion, one of the people who, because you doing the best of the group of people that you hang in, you think your ass have made it. Leave them bottom dollar basement bitches you hang with alone and step your fucking game up. Bottom dollar basement bitches that she hang with, leave them alone. Because how a saying goes, if you're the smartest person in the room, find a new fucking room to go to.
Right.
And that's the problem with it. You keep hanging around low budget ass people. Because in all honesty, a grown ass professional, and I will say this, I know I'm usually one that's always ranting and raving, but in all honesty, a grown ass professional woman would not have got on TV and told the likes of Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, for that fact, anybody, if I had a dick, you could suck it. And then expect for somebody to come back and support you.
Yeah, but it's still... That ain't no joke. But right. But you heard the audio when Tyler Perry called her and apologized and said, and what is it that will make this right? And you saying that I owe you money. You saying that, what he said, I will write you a check today to make this right. So again, it's not about you. And I hear what you're saying, Lady V. A couple of the comments. Now, Lil Baby said she turned down a role in the new Richard Pryor movie because it paid $300,000. I don't know, like you said, I don't know what you think you deserve. But Lady V said that she's defending Mo. The proper way to handle people who wrong you is however you feel. But see, I hear what you're saying, but that's cool cool if you don't have nothing to lose. When you have something to lose, there's a way you do stuff. And all of us do it.
It's the wrong business, though.
But it's not even it's not even just the business. All of us in our day-to-day lives have to pick and choose our battles and how we choose to deal with stuff. That doesn't mean you allow people to disrespect you. That doesn't mean you allow people to talk to you any old kind of way. But at the end of the day, we all know and we've all had to deal with situations where you can't just say what you want to say because you know that you have to deal with the consequences.
Right.
I'm sorry.
And on that, I got into a discussion or somebody that was defending Monique, and that was all her position about the Netflix thing. They should have just paid her.
They offered her money.
Yeah, they should pay her more money.
Right.
She should have got that Dave Chappelle money.
Okay, this is
And
the thing.
my answer was this.
I'm sorry.
My answer was this. For the past 10, 12 years, who has been wondering when Monique is coming back to comedy?
Not I.
Who?
Not
The
I.
man didn't do nothing for like 10 years, and everybody was present. He do a show. It is all over the internet. He walk up on stage for like 5 minutes, and it's all over. That's just the following influence that he had.
Right. There are certain people that
Wasn't nobody checking for Monique.
If Eddie Murphy told his manager, somebody said a comment about she need to get some real management. I agree with that. I agree with. I think a lot of it is her husband, the situation with her husband. I agree with that.
Husband.
And other people have said that the problem isn't Monique, the problem is her husband. But I'm gonna say this, using your example. Think about it. If Eddie Murphy called his manager and said, I want to do a one night only special, call HBO, call Showtime, call Netflix, whoever give me the best offer is what I'm going to do. Eddie Murphy ain't did stand up in 30 years probably. Right. And at the end of the day, we don't know whether he still has it or not. But I bet you everybody and their cousin will be clamoring to go see, buy tickets for, log on to, get a Netflix account to see Eddie Murphy. And he would get whatever the top billing is because people are waiting for him. Like you said, ain't nobody waiting for you, Mo. Now, what you should have done, and I've said this before too, you should have took their money, and what you should have done was added in a back-end deal where you get a percentage of the profits. Mm-hmm. And then, if the numbers blew out the roof, you get your money.
Right.
And then the next time Netflix comes calling, now you got something to say, but remember this here?
After her interview,
it's the way you handle stuff.
She had said, well, why I got to audition? Monique, oh my fucking goodness. You know how many comedians at higher levels than she is has to audition still for roles? How many actors who have multiple Oscars?
Why do I have to audition? Are you funding the movie?
Spike Lee made Samuel Jackson audition for Jungle Fever. And then turned around and made Samuel Jackson audition for Malcolm X. Which one? Yeah. And Samuel Jackson was like, nah, I'm good. Because again... And that's what started their riff. Remember, they kind of had a riff, but they friends now. But, I mean, that's what kind of started their riff because Sam Jackson was like, dude, first of all, you know me. You know my work. And we friends. But at the end of the day, like you just said, Spike Lee movie, Spike Lee joint, Spike Lee the director, producer, and all of that. And if he want to see how you going to do this role, then that's what you make a decision.
But see, that's my thought. I don't think of all. I'm not the theater person. But in my mind, auditioning doesn't mean... let me see if you can get this role. It means let me see you as this character.
Right.
Because like speaking of Jungle Fever, Halle Berry, she went in and she read for her role as Samuel Jackson's crackhead girlfriend in the movie. They told her she was too pretty and she did not get the role. She came back, was it a week later? Had not showered for all week, had not combed her hair, no makeup, no nothing, and came in and she won that role. Granted, it was a breakout role for her, so she wasn't as we know her now. But they had to see her as this crackhead girlfriend, and the way she originally auditioned and presented herself, she didn't fit what they were looking for. Right. So she had to come back and reinvent herself. That's what Monique has to do. Reinvent yourself. Stop thinking that every role's for... Yes, act. Learn to act. Go back. Go to Mary J. Blige. Mary J. Blige had hits upon hits when she got with Babyface. But what did he do with her? He took her to vocal school. And she was already Mary J. She had already had the 411 and the 411 remix.
Right.
And she did.
In all this club, fairness.
But she needed it, but she was open and receptive to the criticism to grow as an artist to go get it.
She's getting advice from Babyface.
Right. Monique fucking grow. Stop being a 50-year-old baby with a fucking fake-ass manager husband. It's not getting your career shitty anyway.
And dye your edges, you're going to be on TV.
So my question, before we move on to our last topic,
before
we move on to our last topic, my question to you guys is this. So who's right? I know where you stand. I think you've been clear. I mean, do we agree with Steve Harvey? Do we agree with Monique? I'm somewhere in the middle. Because again, there are parts of what Monique is saying that I do agree with. No, you don't let people treat you any kind of way. No, you don't let people disrespect you. But I've said it from the beginning, it is a way you handle it. Right. I don't agree with everything Steve Harvey said either too, because I'm not going to be Sambo. You lost me when you went and met with the president.
45.
So yeah, I mean we know that you'll sell your soul to the devil. So I think there's a happy medium somewhere in the middle.
I don't.
I think you can maintain your integrity without burning bridges.
I mean honestly, I don't know where I'm at because it's like for Monique, and being a comedian that I knew her from back in the day up to, when she won an Oscar and all of that, I'm like, you didn't use that. It's like after she won that joint, she sat at home and thought the world's supposed to come to her.
Yes, and that's the problem that I have.
And you're not in, that's not how business goes in any industry.
No.
But I really don't see how that goes if you want to be an acting, like entertainment acting. You really have to be out there.
Little baby funny. He said, and her daddy didn't counter Netflix's offer.
Because I honestly didn't think the offer was unreasonable.
I mean, with that, it was
based on what
she did that. And Steve Harvey's point. Steve Harvey.
Right. See, that's the thing. I don't 100% agree with either one.
Not that. I was looking at Steve Harvey sideways before the presidency thing and all of that, because he talks like...
Yeah, I stopped his show. Listen to him on his show. I stopped listening to his show because Steve Harvey is nasty. Because sometimes... He's nasty. It's a nasty dude.
Because sometimes he talks like he has shifted the like he's done something that shifted the paradigm of America. Well, you know what I'm saying? The way he talks, like if anything that anybody he knows or somebody has done something that he knows or whatever, it's like, they're better. I did that. Like he did the work.
Yeah.
He doesn't talk about them like, hey, I was associated with this person and they went on to do something better. Like I would say, hey, yeah, I know Classic. We used to do the podcast together. Now she on TV. That's what's up. That's my home girl. Whatever. Yeah. I'll see her whenever she come back to town.
Right.
Every now and again, she invite me to a party. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna be like
more parties.
But I'm not gonna be like Classic got the way she got.
Well, for me,
she
wouldn't
be
right.
Or you know what I'm saying? Or because I did her when I did her.
If it wasn't for me,
I came on as a guest. On her little podcast one time. Right. On her little podcast, whatever. Right. And she blew up now. She liked that because of me.
But my issue with Steve Harvey is, and you're absolutely right, Steve Harvey is that old uncle who think he know every fucking thing, who want to give advice to every single
body. He lost me would think like a man. I'm not going to lie. I tried to read the book, and I didn't get it. I didn't understand why it became this national phenomenon, because here's my thing. Okay. There was some things he said that I didn't disagree with, but the shit that he said that I did disagree with.
How many black people was like, yeah, that's what's up. I'm like, really?
Right.
You know better.
This is
that's what I'm saying. The shit that he said I didn't think was something that was earth-shattering. I'm like, you didn't already know that?
But this is the problem, and this I'll say this.
Remember we tried to do it for the book club, and I was like,
I read the book. Now, I do believe Steve Harvey had a lot of good advice in the book, Think Like a Man.
But wasn't it common sense, though?
But see, that's the thing about it is, you had a strong daddy. You have a strong daddy. I know.
Some yours?
No. You have a strong
I got a crazy daddy.
No, I was just playing. Who's going to wait till after the show?
Don't do that. Don't even play that game. Don't even play.
Right.
You have a strong daddy. You have a strong male figures in your life who was there giving you that sound advice on what to do and what not to do, and also setting examples for you. Steve Harvey,
Ooh, Lady V, that was good.
What she said?
She said Steve did all that shucking and jiving and still lost his show to a white woman. Well, did you know they canceled his show for Kelly Clarkson? So point is valid. But that's why I said I don't agree with everything that Steve Harvey says either. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
To his credit, he kept it moving though.
Yeah, I mean,
he wasn't like,
white people love him. They love him. They love him. But go ahead. Go ahead.
But the thing is with Steve Harvey, he gives advice.
All of them love niggas at work.
I had uncles in my life to give me that type of, my good old Uncle Clem, Uncle Russell, to give me advice.
No, that's an old school. That's got to be an old school
name. Clem.
Clem.
His exact name is Clement.
My ex-boyfriend's name is Clarence. That's the old name. From when I was living in North Carolina.
Let me tell you, all you non-ethnic people, if any brother introduced himself to you as Clem, he got gray hair, don't even mess with him. Matter of fact, if he offer you a drink, drink it, and shut up. And listen to whatever story.
Moonshine.
And whatever story.
If Uncle Clem is offering you something, it's moonshine.
Whatever story he's telling, listen, don't interrupt
Uncle
him.
Till made the moonshine.
And walk away. And walk away when he finished. That's all I'm saying. Shake his hand.
I had some good moonshine when I was down in North Carolina in December. It was some good moonshine.
I'll say this, Steve like a man. It wasn't nothing provocative. If you had males in your life who were telling you the ins and outs of dating and what men do and what they expect. Steve Harvey, I heard him say in the interview that the advice from Think Like a Man was advice that he was giving his 2 oldest daughters when they first started dating. And he would also kind of talk to their friend. And mind you, they're both in their 30s. They're twins. They're in their 30s. Mm-hmm. So he was giving them advice when they were 20-some years ago when they first started dating, whatever. And he would also give it to their friends who may not necessarily have had dads in their lives. And it just kind of got out, that's good advice, until somebody was like, put pen to paper. And that's how the book came to be. But, yes, I think it applies because you do have some women who do need to hear it. But I think the part with Stevie, his ego got the best of him. Good. Because, like, his radio show, sometimes on my way, my little 15-minute commute to work, I listen to it.
I need something to hit her with,
I got a 15-minute commute, too, so I can't say that. I can leave my house at 7:20, stop at McDonald's, and still be at work by 7:50.
I mean, I got a whole 30 minutes I got to drive to work.
Wow. Ooh, wow. 30 more minutes.
Wow. Jeez, I got to drop off 2 kids first.
Okay, so shut up.
Really? So you got a 15-minute commute?
Right, shut up. Shut up. Anyway.
But yeah, so
which is much better than my hour-and-a-half commute when I was working in Rockville, but that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah. But it's like, I think his ego goes to his head. I know that when he's on a show, his radio show, it's like, just a big ego. He,
Can you finish a thought, man?
ADHD, baby!
I gotta bring music soundtracks over there. Press buttons to stop playing.
Oh, that would be so lovely.
That would be dope.
That would.
That mean we had to have a scripted show though.
Okay, no, we can't do that.
I can give you my top 10 songs. Like right now in my head, the girl is mine.
Mine. Yes, she's mine.
We'll talk about that offline.
But
damn it.
Just that Steve Harvey, when they get that certain level, he's surrounded by yes people. And it's gone to his head.
Oh my God!
And he thinks that all his advice is sound, logic advice, and what he says applies across the board, and it works for everybody. And because you shuck and jive,
and he says in a way like you have to listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah, right.
This is
and if you don't agree with me, then you're wrong.
Something's wrong with you.
Right.
Yes.
That's right. There's something is wrong with you, and that's why I'm saying he lost me at Think Like a Man. Again, there are parts of it that are valid. I'm not taking away.
There are parts of that lost me. It's like, wait, how? Because some parts of it was kind of like, is the man unhappy with himself?
But see, the problem is
that's how
But the problem is he internalized everything because of what he did and the way he handled stuff.
Because he starts it out by saying,
about his situation.
Yeah, and all men are boys for the most part,
right? And that's that women,
and his women have to do certain things, and that Steve Harvey is a 65-year-old man, so he gives advice that
she was
show it. You just gotta show the message. It's all right. I did it.
Why do we suck? You all who?
You all suck. Okay, well then get the fuck out.
That's Dana.
Oh no, Dana, don't get out.
That's how I was like, what?
We suck, Dana?
Did we suck? Or are you talking about men?
Men suck. Well, that's your problem. But men do suck.
But
I agree with you this week, Dana. Men suck.
I'll see you when I get home, woman.
Show her. Shut up.
Steve Harvey.
Say something. Come on.
Steve Harvey gives advice, in all honesty, that was prevalent 40 years ago when he was out as a young man dating, trying to figure out his way to do things.
Wasn't there like a whole? She's talking about the commute.
Oh, about the commute. Oh, sorry.
My bad. She got to go to Silver Spring.
Sorry, D. Oh, she got to go to Silver Spring.
Silver Spring.
Oh, if it helps, I take the back roads, and sometimes I get stopped by the school buses.
And the trash men when they come out.
Sometimes I get on Thursdays or Fridays I get stuck by the trash man.
Tuesdays and Fridays I get stuck by the trash man. And if I don't get out of my neighborhood, I get kind of...
But you know what I find? When there's a 2-hour delay, it be traffic. Because we run into like that 9 o'clock. But yeah.
2-hour delay for me is I don't have to be work till 11. But go ahead.
I hate it so much. By 11 o'clock my day is halfway over.
What was that? There was a book series that was out. Men Cry in the Dark, wasn't that?
Michael Baisden.
Yeah, that whole series of books, and it was like, it kind of made more sense. I guess.
But Men Cry in the Dark was about that whole systematic of be a man, don't cry. Right. This is how men are supposed to act, and you saw how it was passed down from generation to generation.
Well, I read it from the relationship standpoint of it, like the relationship.
But no, I'm saying that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
it was kind of like
I ain't read it in so long.
From
I've never read it.
From my standpoint, it was like, why are you letting other people you was dumb. Like, were you not happy before you got in a relationship? Like, I guess it's always where I fall back into.
Little baby, you be dogging people out. Little baby said that that they thought Steve stole the book from a lady, and that it makes sense to them because Steve don't have the intellectual capacity to write a book. I don't disagree with you though.
Wow.
Like I said, I was pissed off with that whole think like a lady thing from the beginning because, like I said,
I love the movie.
I mean, think like a man. Act like a, but the book, other than the 90-day rule, the book, it had nothing to do with the book. The biggest thing about that book was the whole 90-day rule.
If I ever write a book, I'm going to let you know that Classic probably had some input on it just to make sure it even made any sense.
I'm not gonna lie, I do want to write a book.
That's all I'm saying.
I do want to write a book, and I already have a title for it.
Don't tell us.
I'm not.
Steal it.
I'm not.
I actually, just to let y'all know, FYI, I actually do have a book that will be finished before the end of the year.
Is it the one that I started reading? Mm-hmm. I've been waiting to refinish. I've read the first 2 chapters. I've been waiting.
I got about 3 chapters left. Look, that's my 2019 goal, that I will finish that book.
Look, me and Fatboy were trying to do a novel since 96.
Page a day.
Waiting on, I'm just saying, it's
page a week.
I don't know how I feel about that one. Anyway.
So
our last topic. Thank y'all for everybody that's been rocking with us. We appreciate the comments.
A graphic novel.
Now, graphic novel will be hot.
A graphic novel.
I think you talked about that already.
About the graphic novel.
Because he's doing the illustration.
Since ever.
Right. Fatboy's doing the illustration, right?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes, I didn't know you could draw either.
Back the layers.
I didn't know Fatboy could draw either.
Dude is amazing. An artiste.
Really? Well, I'm gonna need. Shut
up.
I'm about to say something that I don't need to say on live. I was gonna say live TV, but anyway.
I mean, we getting it. We getting it.
All right. So our last topic, which is a hard topic for me to discuss, because I'm gonna be honest with you, it really hurt me. It really hurt me.
Hold your hand while you say it. Come on, you ready?
Jussie.
Who?
Jussie Smollett.
Jussie's girl.
Oh, did you give us a song?
I just
right. Here's the thing.
Thank you.
I, without any question, 100%, when the story came out, believed it and had his back. And when other people were questioning his story and stuff, I was upset by it. I defended him. I probably cussed the people out over it.
Like live people?
Now, what we're hearing, and now let me say this. I still believe Jussie. I believe Jussie a little less, but I still believe Jussie. Now, with that being said, they arrested the 2 Nigerian brothers, and they told their side of the story. And the police released them, which tells me that the police...
Wait a minute, they were Nigerian?
They were Nigerian brothers. Now, the police released them, which tells me that the police believed enough of their story to say, okay, we know you're not guilty. And what their version of the story is that Jussie Smollett hired them to beat him up for whatever this narrative is. Now, the producers of Empire have come out and publicly said Jussie was never being written off the show. We never talked about it. It was never a situation. His position is secure with the show. So that theory is blown out of the water. Jussie and his lawyer have released a statement saying that he did not do this, that he is not guilty, that he is still a victim, and that, they vehemently deny what's being said. So, with that being said, I'll start here because I started there last time. Do you believe Jussie? How you feel about the situation? Then I will come to me.
I mean, how I feel about it is like I'm hoping like he didn't really fabricate all this, because that really sets like stuff back, as opposed to like the crime that happened. It really, you don't want to. Right. Like, there's certain things you don't want to cast a shot of without automatically.
When hate crimes do actually occur.
Right. Like, I'm trying to set it back. Yeah. So I'm hoping it's not true. And, I mean, if it is, like, why? Like, I don't even understand the end. But it was kind of like, and I read some stuff on it, because it got political, from the left and the right. And it lets me, it compounded what already frustrates me about the country. Mm-hmm. It's like, when it happened, everybody jumped on oh my God, this is terrible train.
Right.
And this is like, this is crazy, yada yada, and it was fans of the show, everything else, and it was memes that was out, and it was like, it was crazy.
Yeah.
So now the Nigerian brothers, now that they got, they're basically locked up. I mean, they were when they were locked up.
They're out now.
I mean, when they were locked up, and
but there must have been something for the police to say we want to let them go.
Right, when they were locked up and facing time, they was like, whoa, whoa.
Right.
It was some bullshit though. Like, it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? So I understand the police side on the side of this may be all bullshit or whatever. It's like, hey, give me your passport. You're not leaving the country.
Right.
You can leave jail.
Right.
You can't leave the country.
Because people do get released when the police think they're guilty. They just have to get enough proof.
Right.
But it's like, but now the other side, it's like, ha, see what I'm saying? And blah, blah, blah. And the same people that making memes to support Jesse and now making memes to say he's faking. So it's kind of like,
I know.
Everybody's, but there's been no proof. There's been no, the system hasn't worked. There's no report, judgment, nothing. This is all speculation on both sides.
Right.
Now it's speculation on both sides.
Right.
So it's kind of like, when all the facts roll in, and,
that's why I'm
go to
saying,
court, and
but that's why I'm like,
and the judge go, then I have something actually to say.
The way my thing is like the Law and Order. I just feel like for me, and I'm great coming to you, me. For me, I'm still holding on to because for one, I don't want to believe that he would do this. But two, what is the motive? Like, what are you? Other than sympathy, what are you trying to get out of this? But Mick, what you got to say?
I don't know. If it happened, if it really did happen, I feel for him. Nobody, regardless of race, sexuality, or whatever, should go through this age, whatever. If he lied, I'm trying to figure out why. What was he seeking against?
Right.
What does that mean about they bought the rope? I bought new Timbs and when it's time to do it out the same night. That don't mean nothing.
But the thing about it is, why? Okay, part of it was they were screaming MAGA, MAGA. Two Nigerian people, will someone make America great again? That to me don't.
But that tells me that they want to purposely throw off who they right. Like if that's like when the daughter, the sons of, that's like when the Sons of Liberty dressed up as Indians for the Boston Tea Party because if anybody saw them, they wanted them to blame the Native Americans.
Right. So, but for them to say they found
half through that history in there,
but say they found these two Nigerian brothers in connection,
or the people in black hoodies or whatnot punching people on Inauguration Day,
and they were what? Yeah,
and they were what? Yeah,
right. Makes it seem more like he did hire them. You know what I mean?
Like, it makes it...
Oh, man.
It makes it plausible, but doesn't make it a fact.
Right.
But people are jumping on, stuff that's in the media as fact. And that bothers me. That's the part that bothers me.
That's the part that bothers me. The last thing I heard about it was, on Wednesday or Thursday, because, again, my 15-minute commute...
Oh, well, no, today it's been coming on.
Yeah, I don't get a lot.
Yesterday some stuff came out that the police believe that... Supposedly, allegedly, that the police believe that Jesse Smollett hired these guys to do it.
See, I hadn't heard anything since Friday. I was hanging with the short one yesterday, and I was watching movies today.
But they have to take it. It's a confession. They have to take it.
Right, that's what I'm saying. People have been. Because I look at the IG channel. People get released all the time, and the police we know they're guilty. We just don't have any proof. So just because they told their story. The police have to vet that story. Right. The police have to vet that story. They have.
It can pan out.
Here's what I do believe. I believe that Jesse...
It could be bullshit.
Yeah, I believe that Jesse knew these dudes. They worked on the set of Empire. There's pictures of them with Lee Daniels. I believe that they all knew each other. That part of it makes sense to me because the part I never understood was how somebody just randomly rolled up on you and was like, "Oh, you that nigga from Empire."
Right.
But that makes sense if they're friends. They've talked. And he's like, "Yo," because I would do that if you called me as I'm getting off the plane. I'm like, "Yo, I'm just getting off the plane to BWI. Yeah, I'm headed home now." Plausibly, you and your mom would know what time I'm getting home. Right. He went to the subway that's right there where he lives. So plausibly, I would run into you and say, "Oh, well, I know it'll take her about 45 minutes, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to be at her house in about 30, and I'll wait for her." If you was trying to roll up on me. So that part of it, okay, that makes a connection. That also makes the connection of why he didn't necessarily want to hand over his... Now, he said he wanted to hand his phone to the police, but he gave the police his phone records. The police was saying that he handed over a PDF that could be manipulated, and they wanted the actual phone records.
See,
I don't know.
What did they
But
do?
PDF that could be manipulated. If it was manipulated and it's a PDF, if you have the software, you can see that it was manipulated.
I want to know how to manipulate a PDF. I don't know how to manipulate a PDF because a PDF is like
you convert to Word.
No, you need a full version of Adobe.
Yeah. But my thought is this. I understand. I saw an interview with him that he did a few days after the thing. He said how he did not want to give up his phone, and he said it. He said, "I have pictures and video on my phone that he necessarily and contacts that he doesn't want in the public. He is a celebrity, so he may have straight direct numbers to other celebrities that necessarily may not be out. And we all know human error, human curiosity. Taraji Henson, for example, her cell phone number could be on there. You know, they could put her under compromise because
he could have naked pictures.
And that's what I'm saying. He could have naked pictures and sex